Okay. Hello, Hearties. We already have like Curry and Lillian and Susan and Karen here, which is so nice. But I went to Hope Valley and I scooped up someone new. Look who it is. It's Oliver. Hi, Oliver.
Hi.
It's really Jacob Shoemay, right? And
Yeah.
did I say it
Yeah.
correctly? And I was learning that it's Ukrainian and they changed the spelling. I always like to learn little tidbits so we get to know you. Is that okay if we do a few questions of just about you yourself? Are
Yeah,
you
that's great.
comfortable with that? All right, cool. All right, so I was wondering if you could tell, because I have students that might pop into the chat, and they're very much about being in the play and acting, and we have like a theater here in my town, my little small town. So I get all kinds of questions. So I want to know, as a kiddo, how in the world did you wind up in this industry? What's your little journey that you could share with us?
Um, I've always just really enjoyed the idea of acting. I was mainly inspired through just movies I watched as a kid.
Cool.
I never really got into it. Well, I did like take classes when I was 12, 13, but
Mhm.
my parents just didn't really pursue it for me. So I
Okay.
got back into it when I was 18, and I've been doing it ever since.
All right. So, oh, you gave us your age. Shh, we're gonna pretend you didn't say.
Mm.
What is their age? No, it's okay. So, okay. So you did take acting classes as a kid,
Yeah.
like professional acting classes, or was it something local that they offered? Was it through school?
No, that was just local stuff when I was
Cool.
a kid. Yeah.
All right. And then you kind of put it to the side. You weren't in any school plays or anything?
No, our school didn't really do that. We had
What?
like I think one play I remember from our school, and
Okay.
then like they didn't even really promote it or anything, so it wasn't that big a deal.
Do you have any theater experience? Because I know it's different.
No, I don't.
No. I a lot of the actors that you're working with currently on When Calls the Heart, they have theater experience. And when you hear them talk about it, it's kind of cool because they say that you can feel what the audience, their energy from the audience, and you kind of like feel it and take it on. And it's really different than what is in film. But I don't know. I sometimes think that it's like quite a good experience to like try it, you know what I mean? See, and then it
Mm.
might, I don't know, you might find a new love. And then also when Calls the Heart's not on and you're in a play, we would come and see you.
Yeah, I would. I'd love to try it. I mean, I've nothing against it. That'd
Okay.
be a great experience.
You never know. Yeah. So right now I want to just say hi. This is Ava is one of my students and she's on and she's very excited because I don't know how I did this because I keep my two worlds separate, but somehow I was clicking on something and they're like, where's he? Who's he? What's he on? And I'm like, he's on When Calls the Heart. And then I was mentioning some of the other things that I saw that you were on. And can we talk a little bit about them? Because what happens is when people fall in love with the character, then they want to find out what the actor has also done and then look it up and watch it. So what are some of the other things that you've had for work experience besides this one?
Um, I did. You're talking about acting, right, or like other jobs?
Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
Um, I did a million little things.
Yes, that's what
The
they
Irrational. Uh,
say. Yeah.
I just did Untamed recently,
What's
and
Untamed? What's that?
that is a show coming out. I think this spring, late in the spring.
So it's something new besides When Calls the Heart.
Yeah,
Oh, Untamed. Is it just how would you spell that? Do you know? Is it just Untamed? Is that it?
yeah, that's it.
Okay, Untamed. I'm putting it up there. Okay. And those of you that are here, my students, you always check with your family first to see if it's okay for you to watch anything. I always would say that. So that's cool. So now you've got When Calls the Heart, and now coming out in the spring will be Untamed. They're going to be looking for you. They will. They will. Do you have like a social media presence? I saw you had something small on Instagram, but do you have anything on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it? You have an account?
Yeah, I made an account a few days ago.
Good. And
I'm
then
pretty new to it.
okay, and then you can tweet with us, right? And
Yeah.
we will put the hashtag Hardy up there. And we can also put Oliver Garrett, or we can actually put your name. And we will try very hard to get it to trend, because Hallmark looks at that, they collect that data, and they'll be like, oh, look at this character. We love this character. We're going to keep this character. So you tell all your friends and your family, and they'll tweet with us. It's I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission because I have watched When Calls the Heart from day one. I'm a teacher, the whole story of her story, loved it, thought it was fabulous, watched it grow. We're in our 12th season. And I'm like, what am I going to fall in love with now? I love lots of things about it. And there you came on the screen, and your character, I don't know what it was, touched my heart. He has like this soulful sadness to him. And I'm like, this is the storyline that I'm going to be rooting for this year. So I was so excited because I'm like, I'm going to have him on. We're going to find out, more about this guy. All right. So I've talked a lot. Tell me, you have any hidden talents that we can know? Can you cook, bake, juggle? I think Chris McNally, he can juggle.
I can't juggle.
No.
I do like cooking. I'm not
Oh,
amazing at it, but I like cooking the stuff I can cook.
okay.
Um, I have three brothers, and we're all pretty big into the gym, so we do that a lot. Um,
Okay. Did you work out with any of the guys, like with Kevin, like Kevin McGarry?
no,
He
I
is
didn't know.
big into working out. He is so funny. I love it.
Really?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. 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 Yes.
Oh.
And there was even some stories that Martin Cummins, he would get up early, and they would go to, like, I'm gonna say it's the dojo. I don't know if that's what it's called. I'm calling it that because we have a dojo funny thing in my classroom. And they would go out and they would do like whatever, taekwondo, whatever it is. I think Chris McNally might have like some kind of a belt in something martial art wise.
Um,
So you got guys that work out, and I think Aaron is a big worker outer. So you got some things in common. So you go to the gym often?
I do.
Cool. So what do you listen to when you're working out?
Um, I listen to anything. Like I have a playlist, and then it's not that long, so it ends, and then just random songs keep playing, and I don't really care. I listen to whatever.
Do you like, is there a genre you like best?
I like country. I like um,
Oh,
rock, just 70s, 80s songs.
okay.
Yeah, I
A
listen to a
little
lot.
bit of everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Well rounded, I think. Yes. Someone has a question for you we're going to take already. It's Robin. She said, when did you get into acting, and at what age? If you feel like doing the age part, because we don't talk about age ever, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Um, I got into it. Um, First, I think I was 8 when I was the first class I took, and I'd say I got a lot more passionate about it when I was around 12 or 13.
Cool. And then
But
you never gave up because you said there was a little gap of time, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
professionally, I didn't start till I was 18.
18. And then would you just say, this is what I want to do, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of scary. Do you, and I'm just thinking about this off the top of my head. Do you go and seek parts and then get an agent, or do you get an agent and then seek parts? Like, how does that work? Or
Um,
management, let's say. We don't have to say agent, management. How does that work? Or you don't even know?
it's probably best to seek parts first, just like local things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like yeah, local short films, or we have a um, film festival that's funded by this company that they do every year,
Yeah.
which helps a lot. I got really lucky with my agent. I went into it like I didn't have anything, and then just kind of got into it professionally.
Cool.
But I think most people start with just local stuff and just kind of
Right.
build up a little resume going, and then
Right.
you start applying for some
Thank
management.
you for answering those kinds of questions, because those are questions that some of the younger people that are here would have. So that helps a lot. Thank you for that. Now,
Yeah.
before we move away from getting to know you, I want to know, what's your favorite snack?
Oh, is this a snack? I mean,
Yeah,
I
favorite food, whatever, however you want to answer it.
Would you consider donuts a snack? I mean, I
Yes, you
love
like
donuts.
donuts? I love donuts. Oh my
Yeah. Do you guys have Tim Hortons in is it
I
you're in New Jersey?
we don't, not that I know of. No, we don't have
Ooh,
Tim Hortons. Is it delicious?
it's really good.
Do you know what we have? We have a lot of small hometown bakeries. Like live in a small Italian town, and we have Italian bakeries here. And we do have Dunkin' Donuts, and there's like a ShopRite, which is a chain, and they do make really good, like a grocery chain, and they have a really good bakery. They make really good donuts. But what is Tim Hortons? Tell me a little bit. Just
Oh,
curious.
there's one every other street here.
Really?
It's like McDonald's here.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So Cindy says that we have a lot of Tim Hortons where I live. Now, Cindy, if I'm not mistaken, I think Cindy's actually not far from me. I think she's in New York. I think. I could be wrong, Cindy, or maybe like you'll have to remind me. I'm pretty sure that's where she's from. So I guess we do have them here, just not in my little neck of the woods, or maybe I'm oblivious and I don't even know. Looks like Ohio has it too. Look at that. Yeah, she is in New York. Well, they haven't come to Jersey. Okay. Um, I saw something that I wanted to share, and I don't. Oh, when Lillian is so detail oriented. She is a true Hardy. She's been around forever. Very class act. If you happen to go back to look at anything that I've ever reviewed with the channel, I mean with the One Calls the Heart, Lillian has been my guest before, and Lillian doesn't forget anything. And she says Chris is a black belt in Taekwondo. Do you do any martial arts?
No, I don't. I
No.
don't.
But now, when you go back on set, because I'm sure you'll be back in 13, I'm sure we'll have another season. When you go back, now you can, work out with the guys.
Hey, I'm open. Say
Yeah.
the word.
All right. I love that. All righty. I have students. Yes, Austin, I see you. Yes, you're in my homeroom, Austin. I know you are. They're funny. All right. So tell us your journey into getting into When Calls the Heart. How'd you get there? How'd you arrive to Hope Valley?
I got the audition. Did the audition.
Did you have to do any type of a chemistry test?
Yeah, I had to do one with Jada.
Oh, okay, because you two are going to be spending a lot of time together. Now, on your characters are. We know that it's not a spoiler. It's written in, it's been put out in the promos and things like that. So we're okay. Have you ever done a chemistry test before?
No, I don't think so. No.
No. Does that make you more relaxed as an actor, or does it make you more nervous?
Um,
Or just
it was a little nerve wracking, just because there was a lot of people in the room. I thought it was just going to be 2 or 3 people. It was like 10, 15 people. I was like,
15 people. Wow. Everybody was looking at this, right? From all angles.
yeah, there
Wow.
was a lot of people in the room, and it was for 2 roles, I guess. But
Oh, for 2 different roles, and then you got chosen for one?
yeah.
And that's okay, because you're not the first that happens to. We've heard that before. I think Chris McNally will tell the story where he was there and they wanted him. He tried out for the Mountie. He tried out for Nathan's part.
Oh,
And
really?
yes, that's actually what it was first. And then they called him back in for Lucas. And so it's all good. It's good. That happens. It's okay. You didn't give away anything. All right. So we hear all the time, especially when someone is new. Like I remember when Natasha was on and Amanda Wong, they came on, it's like the first time they're on the set, they're nervous. And they said right away, it all went away. They felt so welcomed. I mean, I've had people who have been guests that were directors or whatever, just there for a small spell. And they always say it's like a family. So I'm curious to know, who was it that was like the first to welcome you and kind of take you under your wing?
Oh, it was Erin. It was Erin for sure. She's
Yeah.
so nice. Like always asking if everything's okay and how I'm doing. If I need any advice or tips, like she's great. She's
Oh, I love that. I love her. I've had the opportunity to meet her. She was lovely and
She's
much
great.
taller than I realized she was. She's a tall girl. I didn't realize how tall she was. And
Mm-hmm.
I also have to say that the character of Oliver, rather, as I was saying earlier, has like this soulful type of, and I don't know if you know, I don't know if that's the way it was written and it told you to bring that, but that's what I see watching it when you're on the screen. And like, and when I say soulful, I mean like you're young, but has like this deeper understanding that almost feels like there's some sadness and maybe challenges that you've already seen in your young life. And I wanted to know if yes or no that was true, just a yes or no. And then if it was yes, I have another question for that. So is that true? Is there a sadness and challenges that Oliver's had?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So will we see that unfold throughout the season or will we get it early on?
Um, it kind of unfolds throughout the season,
Okay.
but there is like parts where it's pretty blatant.
Okay. So like an episode that centers around something big and then,
Yeah.
or okay. And then little more as it goes on.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I like that because it captures our attention, but does not give everything away. And then there's more of a story to tell. Did you know that when you were reading for the part? Did it explain all of that? Or did you find out more once you got the part?
Um, I found out more once I got the part. I didn't know his whole backstory when I'd gotten it. It was just kind of the gist
Okay.
and the overall breakdown. It was pretty broad, so I kind of learned to throughout the season. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking forward to it. I know I keep saying that, but I am. And I loved how your entrance in was you were a little like challenging to the kiddos, especially to Jada and talking about well, Allie, talking about the comics and there you were buying yourself just like one can of something to eat and sleeping in the back, but you were fantastic with the dog. Did you have to have any little lessons with Scout?
Yeah, there were a few lessons. Yeah.
How did are you a dog person or that was kind of new for you?
No, I am a dog person. I have two dogs,
Cool.
so that was fun. He's so well trained. It's
Is he?
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a dog on the way home. I don't know if you've ever watched that. That's a Hallmark series. And there's a dog on there. I think his name, I think I don't know if it's Finn in real life, but Finn. Anyway, he is, they said, a bit of a hot mess of a dog. Like, I don't know if he had a rough background or whatever, but he's kind of a hot mess. So this one, Scout, is very well trained, which is nice. And I saw you with the hand, like when you went up there and you had like a little treat for him and whatnot. Is that all part of your special skills that you have now?
It is now. I mean, we've kind of bonded, so.
Oh, I love that. Now, who do you have any other skills that you had to know in order to get the part?
No, not for this one.
They didn't ask if you could ride?
No,
No? Do you get to
no.
ride?
I practiced.
Okay.
They do it on they have it all on set.
Okay. So
Yeah,
isn't the set amazing? Like you're back in
yeah,
time. That's
it is.
pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole town.
Yes. And I heard that you love the saloon, that it's your favorite place to film in.
It is. It's so spacious. It's very pretty, and it was just always fun scenes going on in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of things going on. I know. Did you have the opportunity to work with Peter DeLuise or no?
Um,
Did he direct any
no.
of your
Oh wait,
episodes?
yes, yeah, I did.
That man is my crush from when I was young.
Really?
Yes, he was. Oh my God, I loved him so much. Loved him. And I still do. And someone knew that and they sent me a pillow with his face on it.
That's funny.
He's a great guy. He has like a high passion for the series. So I'm glad to hear that you had the opportunity to work with him. But then again, you would because you're on for the whole season. So I'm sure your paths would have crossed. What can you tell us about? Now, this is stuff you've already let us know a little bit. We've learned in episode 1, so no spoilers, but let's just repeat it again, especially for people that kind of didn't hear or forgot. What do we know just from episode 1 about Oliver's family background?
I don't think much is told in episode 1. Aside from that his parents are just out of the picture.
Yeah. Mom. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
the dad had passed away. Is that what you said? Is that what he said in the first episode? Something about the dad.
Yeah. The dad did. Yeah,
And but mom was back wherever. I don't know if you said east, west, whatever it was. I don't remember. Okay. And what age is Oliver? What would you think he is?
17.
He is. They tell you he's like 17 years old. So you're considered to be like an adult, right, on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need a guardian, and then you now are a cadet. Is that the proper term? Is that what you are? Like Oliver is? Okay. All right. Now let's do 3 words, and 3 words this way, because I know a lot of people use this and it can get overused. 3 words that when you think of your character Oliver, that like, and it doesn't have to be just an adjective. It just be anything that has to be connected to him. And then we could talk just a tiny bit about each one. What do you think is one?
Eager. I'd say eager.
Oh, he's eager. And what is he eager for?
I think he's eager to please Nathan and Bill. With every opportunity he gets, I think he really wants to leave a good impression on them.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw it in one fantastic scene. First of all, Jack Wagner, his faces and the things he does. And then I love when Jack and Kevin are in a space together, because their chemistry is fantastic and they have the best comedic timing. So there you are. Oliver's eating his meatloaf, and across from him is, Nathan, and Nathan's like kind of assessing things. And Kevin did a great job of kind of being like calm and respectful, but kind of like, putting you in your place when you didn't knock before you walked in, and he's standing there, and Bill I'm sitting there. Bill pulls up a chair, sits down. He's like, oh yeah, have a seat. And then you're like, it's the field guide, right? The field guide. You wrote the field, like, you were very eager and excited to talk about, you've read it. And he's like, I don't even know it was out circulating. And then Kevin says something like, Nathan says something like, yeah, I think maybe once I, kind of skimmed the jacket or the book cover, and he gives him such a side eye. That whole scene is like hilarious to me. Now, what do you learn from those guys? Because those guys are like good. What have you learned from them?
They are really good. It is effortless for them.
It is.
But I learned like to really play with your scenes and your lines. Like to not just have one way of doing it, like the right way. Like they really play around with their lines, like throw around different words, different ways of saying it. They just have a lot of fun with it. It's really fun doing it.
That's a fun thing, but then you have to be careful. Like Pascal's famous for that. She'll come up with her own things and her own lines. So your partner's got to know what your words are, though. So they don't throw you off, right? So that's kind of cool. It's kind of like a relaxing, more like, I'm going to enjoy myself here with that. That's a good thing to learn, I think. Before we go any further, I have, is this someone that you might know? Or is it just a fun fan that's here? Hello, Jacob. I love your character, Oliver, and I love the scene with Allie.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. Lillian saying that, love how well read Oliver was. Oh, all the books and things that he was, it lets us know that he's a smarty, right? And pardon me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And this is cute. This is Jean. She's looking at you from your experience here. I remember seeing you on A Million Little Things. You were great in that show.
It was a pretty quick scene. But
that's okay. Oh, look, she says, I am a fan. That's cute. That's so cute. All right. So we got to eager. What would be another one?
He's pretty clumsy. He's kind of a klutz.
We kind of see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's in a. I don't think it was. Was that part of one, or is it the preview that we saw for two? Whatever it is, I forget if it's one or two. Which is it? Was the whole you trying to fix the fruit and it just goes everywhere?
Yeah.
Was okay. So it's either in scene one, and people hear you that you'll help me out. I've watched a lot of TV in the past few days, or it's preview for two. But anyway, you've got Aaron and Kevin standing off. You've got yourself over there with the stand and the fruit falling everywhere. How did you go about doing that? Like, was it a whole bunch of takes, one time?
It was a lot
Somebody,
of takes.
it was
Yeah, we did it a lot of times. That was a lot of cleaning
up and do it again. And what? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Why though? Why would they keep doing it and not just let it fall one time?
I mean, they had to get my angle and to do the turnaround of Kevin and Aaron, and I don't know why particularly. Oh, there was something in the basket that would like launch them out, but it like kept failing, so we kept having to do it again and again.
Okay, so there we got a little behind the scenes story. All right, so mechanical malfunction, and that's why I had to keep doing it again and again and again. All right, that's cute. All righty, now we got one more. So we've got eager, clumsy, and what else?
I'd say determined. He's a pretty hard worker. Like he really wants to prove himself to Nathan mainly, and it definitely shows in a lot of the episodes.
That's nice. Is it safe to say, I know I don't want this to be a spoiler though, but I feel like already I can see that definitely a mentorship there because that's his role that he's supposed to have, Nathan. But do you think there's a chance that it would go beyond that? It could be more like friendship or family?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we've got another cute little thing here before I fire off some more questions. Catherine says, I just love Oliver as a new character. There's new energy in the series with more possibilities and plot lines. They're loving you.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
thank you.
It feels good, doesn't it? It's so nice. I don't know. It's so nice to have a new character and look how many people are ready. Like immediately I was like, oh yeah, I love this character. I couldn't wait. Like we had a new character last year and she was beautifully dressed and very modern. And right away we all did. It says a lot to the actress and the actress is lovely. But right away we were all like, we can't wait to see her go. Now, you come on, you're in like one scene and I'm like, oh, just the scene of you shopping, like I said, for your little lonely canned meal and interacting with the other kiddos. And I'm like, oh, there's some cuteness to this character. I'm just gonna love it. You said you didn't have any skills you didn't have to learn. So there was nothing, you didn't have to know how to shoot a gun or a bow and arrow or ride a horse, apparently, but you did some practicing.
Did some practicing.
All right. Were you good at it?
I was okay. He said I was better than some of the others. There were some people that couldn't really get the hang of it, but I guess I'm a natural.
All right. Yeah. You should be doing it on your off season, do some practicing. So did you have to do any research about Mountie life? Because that's what, you're a cadet for becoming. So.
I wasn't asked to. I did a little bit just to kind of get in the history of Mounties and their influence on Canada.
Right.
And I just kind of went through their history and what was kind of going on with them, how they lived. But yeah, I wasn't required to.
But you did on your own, which I think that's, as a teacher, good job.
Thank you.
I talk to all people like that. And sometimes I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like, belittling. That's just me. Okay. So now this is like a big role for you, like a full series, right?
Yeah.
What was a positive challenge? Like it was a challenge, but it was a good thing for you.
I could go in specifics, but I mean just the role overall. Like I've never really actually had to like build a character and think from their perspective. Like so that alone was pretty challenging. And then there were some other really specific things, but yeah, that the character alone was pretty challenging.
Cool. So the show's been around for like, what is it? 12 years, 12th season. Were you familiar with it?
I wasn't familiar with it. I did watch a little bit of it though before I went on.
Okay, to kind of get like a view and see what it was like. Were you able to like take a tour of the set, or your first day on set is your first day seeing the set?
My first day on was the first day seeing the set. Yeah.
Mm. That must have been like pretty cool. It's like you really went back in time kind of thing.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah. They have reunions and everything, and the fans get to go and tour the set, and they love it. They say that's one of the like best parts of that experience when they get to go. If you had the opportunity to play, we love you as Oliver, but if you had the opportunity to play any other character, you know, from the past, the present, or whatever, who would you like to be?
I think Judge Bill is the coolest role. I think that would be fun.
That man, he's crotchety, he gets to say what he wants, and then he's does everything. I mean, everything. Yeah. There's this great scene where he has to drive a car. He loves his horse, and he has to drive a car, and he's in it with Molly, and the words that they have exchanged, it's hilarious. She's almost like, "Do you want me to drive?" He's like, "No, I think I have it." He's great. His character is like, many people watch because they love him, especially because, you know, of his history. He's from America. He was on a very on a soap opera and was very much loved on General Hospital, and he has a beautiful voice. So there are women where that was their teenage crush, and now here he is, you know, grown up and has this great part. So like I said, you can really learn a lot from him. I mean, sharing a scene with him must be like fun. I know. Yeah.
It's fun.
I know. So do you ever visit Crafty? Do you have a favorite snack?
Yeah, they were this one thing, the yogurt parfait. It was
I
hard
heard
to get
about
those.
that.
It was
Yes.
hard. Those go quick.
Now, as a guy who works out a lot, do you have like we eat donuts too, but do you have like a strict diet, or you just work it off in the gym?
I do have a strict diet. It wasn't as strict on set because like the food there was just amazing, so you couldn't really resist.
Mm.
But aside from that, like at home, yes, I do have a pretty strict diet.
Okay. All right. Got to keep up your physique. All right. We have a few questions here before we wrap up. We've been chatting forever, over 30 minutes talking away. Let's see. We have, this is a good one. Ava says, were you excited when you got to be on the cast? Like when you got the part, were you excited?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I know. Were you like ecstatic?
I was pretty happy, and I learned I got that that role and the Untamed role on the same day.
No. Oh, it's like Easter famine. I love that. So I mean, that's pretty exciting. Where do you think we're going to be able to see Untamed? Do you know where it is?
Maybe on Netflix.
Is it a Netflix?
I for some reason I feel like it's Apple, but it might be Netflix. I'm not sure.
Okay, we can. You know what? We can look into it, and we'll put it out there. It'll be fun. People will be looking for you. Like when any of the characters are in something else, or the actors, let me say, we as Hardys will watch it, we'll support it, especially if it's like a Hallmark. You're in the Hallmark fold now. Maybe you'll be showing up in a Hallmark movie. Maybe we'll see you in a Christmas movie. Wouldn't that be something? Would you be interested in that?
I would love that. That would be amazing.
Jacob says yes. He says yes, he wants to be in a Hallmark movie, maybe a Christmas movie. That would be fantastic. I love it. Let's see. Chelsea says, nice to get to know you and your character. Aw. And what is your not your hashtag, your handle, or how can we find you on Twitter?
My Twitter is just my full name, Jacob Shoemay.
There's no dot.
Nope.
Shoemay. Is it by spelling it right?
Yep.
You can't see it yet. J. Do I have you right? No, I have your first name wrong. First name spelled incorrectly. JACOBSHOEMAY. I'm going to put this right up there for them. And then we will find you. Do I have it right? I have bad eyes. I think I do. I'm doing more damage than help. Right. So I hope you start. Javian, he does stuff right away. He tells us what his snacks are, and he starts with his posting his snacks and Tweet Fest with us. So, and we use the hashtag Hardee's, but maybe we'll use the hashtag. I'm going to put it right here. I think the hashtag, and I think it's OLIVERGARRETT. I think that's what it is, right? Your last name as your character? 2 R's.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Wake up over there, Jacob. Wake up. All right, we got it. This is great. Thank you so much. Maybe we'll have you back once we learn all about your storyline, and we'll have to hear like some more exciting stories. Maybe you'll be able to share some behind the scenes stuff after we get to see, a really big scene or something, that's going on. Maybe a puppy love relationship. Your co-star Chris McNally said that. They said, what's a word that you would share? And it was on the live with Hallmark did it, so I'm okay to say this. And one of his words was puppy love. And he's like, there's like some puppy love storylines going on, and we're like, oh, maybe that's like a Oliver and an Allie thing, right? You never know. All right. Chelsea says, thank you for sharing. So we'll say goodbye to everyone here, and then I'll end the stream, and then you and I can say bye behind the I don't know, the studio. All right.
Great.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Yes. Going to be a good season. All right.